very much in favor of the jail reform. I am of the opinion that the minorities got a bad shake. Okay, you've got a different point of view, and I appreciate
No. I'm wide open.
I think they really do get a short shrift. If you go man by man, a white kid charged with the same crime as an African American kid or a Spanish kid will get less time than a black kid or a Hispanic kid.
Really?
As a matter of fact, guaranteed. And I get angry with that. I'm in the system, and I tell the judges, I say, what are we doing? Oh, well, don't give me all well. I'm not listening to your statistics. I want to have fairness across the board.
Yeah, but you got a guy out there that's been arrested 30 times, robberies and certain things like that. I mean, there's a record of continuous interactivity with crime. So what do you do? What do you do with that? You just let them out?
No. You know as well as I do that we have a joke in the Bronx. The Bronx is the county of predicates. Everybody's a predicate felon, which means they've previously been convicted of a crime.
Yeah.
There is no question that an African-American kid or a Hispanic kid, they lean on these kids a hell of a lot more than white kids. You go to the 4-5 precinct, which you know very well, and the 4-5 is virtually a white precinct. The kid his mother will step in or his father will step in. They'll yell at the kid. They won't make an arrest. But here, you go down to the 4-1 or the 4-3 or 4-2, and they get a minority kid, he's going to jail. They grab him off the streets, even if it's just a disorderly conduct. They'll throw him in.
You see, as I got older, Murray, I really changed my attitude a lot. I want to help kids. I want to help black and Hispanic kids. I want to get them out of the environment. I had an idea when I ran for mayor of opening up schools at night, high schools where you have off-duty cops could become big brothers to help them with their careers so they have someone to talk to, because most of them don't have fathers. They don't have a father image. And I love the idea of bringing cops, interacting with the community kids back. And with the police department makeup the way it is now in New York City, I think we have almost 70% other than white males that are the police officers. So we kind of been changing. We've been changing. As far as the stop and frisk goes, again, we were at, 750,000 stop and frisk a year. We're down to 12,000. Now they're taking that 12,000 stop and frisk and they're saying, but there's so many with the minorities. But you got to look where the crime. Look, I worked in the 7-5 as a homicide detective. We used to have 110 murders in the 7-5 every year. My point is, where the crime is where you want to infiltrate and get blanket cops to stop the crime. If you got a cancer, you got a cancer in your body, you want a target to get those cancer cells out of it. You certainly can't let that crime just prevail on the people, that community. So it's like walking a tightrope.
But in walking that tightrope, you have to acknowledge that a minority kid, they're stopped 5-6 times a day. I tell you what, I have a client, and I have my clients go the full gamut. I have all kinds. This kid walks out of his house, walks 15 feet, gets shaken down, thrown up against the wall, searched. Did he do anything? No. He walks another 20 feet, another cop will harass him. He'll get harassed 5 times in one afternoon. It counts up as after a while, you have 12,000, 15,000, 150,000, and each one of those are a stop. What have you accomplished? You've occupied the cop. You've got the kid to hate a cop because he's being mistreated. The cop himself starts to feel superior. Now you have an occupying force. You have an occupying force. You're going to hate that occupying force.
Well, I really think I've seen in my lifetime, even from being a cop in the turbulent 70s when crime was really rampant all over the city, I've seen a real change, and I've seen a change with the policing, and I really believe that, we've come a long way from where we were, from the way the respect to the cops are, with the community interaction with the police. And I think we're definitely seeing a change in the rising, and even people's feelings about bail reform and all that, it's starting to change. So we are changing. It's not going that we have the Nazi stormtrooper cops out there the way we used to have in the 70s. It was a different time. So, I mean, look, everything is able to change. And I like the idea about change. And I like the idea about the community interaction where police are there for you you call them for help. And they shouldn't be the enemy.